Hello again, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Unpopular Reviews Entertainment. I'm one of your hosts, the executive consultant, joined by Splinter Bunga.
Yes. Dude.
Splinter Bunga, is that the name you've been using for these turtles?
No, I just invented it now. That's what Dominicans do to make things up. So,
It's definitely made up. Hey, I got to be on another turtle episode. I missed the first two, and it seems to be I'm going to be on the last three before we go into our next franchise. All right, what's going on?
nothing, man. Just chilling after watching another entertaining Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie.
Hold on, but you didn't like the second one, the third one when they went back in time.
Oh no, of course not. Because that should have been animated. That whole story should have been animated. It shouldn't have been live action. It was corn as hell, live action. If they would have animated that thing, it would have been too much 90s cheese, bro. It was like 96. It was cheesy.
Animated was what they went through with the last movie review last week, TMNT.
Good.
And now we're getting back into the live action version, which is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Michael Bay takes over as the director. Megan Fox starring is April O'Neil. Let's just get right down into it. I mean, you seem to be a little excited about this one. You got out the nunchucks, Michelangelo.
I got out the nunchuck. Yo, I started nunchucking again. I go to the park early in the morning and toss it out. You don't know how much fun it is. This is why Michelangelo is the best, because he's so much fun. Oh my God.
Arguably the best.
Yes. I mean, like, listen, personally, me personally, I feel like my personality is all four of them. So I can get into that, but I'll tell you one day. But anyway, look, one of the reasons why I love this so much is because it resonates with me as a child. I'm a mark for the content here, right? And mind you, and the reason I'm also excited is because these glasses right here, I got them at this movie. I went to see this movie in 3D, and I kept these little beautiful things right here. It even still has the little logo of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. See that? All right. So, the fact that we're reviewing this movie is a godsend, ladies and gentlemen, because the star of the show was Splinter.
Really?
Oh, my man, listen. Have you ever seen Splinter do all of that jazz outside of the cartoon? Have you ever seen Splinter do all of that jazz outside of the original cartoon?
Wasn't he the one that killed Shredder in the first one?
Yeah, but all that was just taking the chucks and flipping it around and having them flip out, and that's it. Did you see the shit your man was doing with his tail? What? Crazy. Now, here's the truth. This is a modern day spin on this content. And I kind of appreciate it. I kind of appreciate it. I think I wish that the Casey Jones character would have been around as opposed to this guy that's like simping for April. You know what I mean? I think the Casey Jones dynamic probably would have worked a little bit better here. But she is a news reporter and they had to, big her up. But still, the way that they set it up as far as like her saving the turtles and then the turtles kind of like making her like the goddess and whatever, and she's the person that saved them, and you're making them all family, and the symbol is about family, and they're just putting the whole thing with family. And at the end of the whole thing, it's just like your greatest power is you with your brother. So they're just honing in the whole thing about family, which I appreciate. But now, since I said all the general things, let's get into the nitty gritty here. Shredder was amazing. Shredder was incredible. This Shredder gotta be, in my opinion, the best Shredder. Because, I mean, mind you, this is basically like Transformer Shredder, right? You have all of this extra stuff with Shredder, like all of these knives flying around all over the place. I really liked it. I really did. But here's the truth. Why? Can I ask you a question? Why is it that for 6 minutes I've been the only one talking? Because you are taking advantage of me having the ability to ramble. See, you're very good, Mr. Burns.
Well, I mean, you are rambling. I disagree with that Shredder comment. Oh, actually, hold on. We're going to do this. Let's do it right.
The end of beginning, the numero uno, the chances of winning. I do it again. Follow no other, I'm setting these trends, consulting.
I like this movie, and that's not saying it's going to get a thumbs up necessarily, but I like this movie, but Shredder was not all that for me. And here's the reason why. He fought okay. I'm fine with his fighting style. I wasn't a fan of his look. Too robotic. And the knives or swords, whatever the hell he had on his hands, were way too long. I felt like he should have, as much as he was hitting the turtles, all of them, I felt like he should have easily just killed them. Because there were so many times they weren't even getting a lick in. But I mean, he was fine. Fun fact, if I remember correctly, I forgot the guy who plays this character, but Eric Sachs, I think was his name. The other villain of the movie, he was supposed to be Shredder. There was a lot of things that happened in this movie that they changed midway simply because of the fact that when they released it, it's kind of like Sonic the Hedgehog. People were upset at how he looked, so they had to completely change how he looked.
Yeah, I remember that.
This is what happened pretty much with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They were like, why is he there and why is he Shredder and Shredder is not Asian? I think they had to change Splinter up a little bit too. It was a lot of the Turtles were supposed to be aliens at first.
Oh, wow.
Right, and then they changed it to a different story. Sorry?
That's taking it far from the original.
Well, actually, fun fact is, from the original origin story of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the comic books, they are aliens.
Just regular turtles that turned from the ooze and became.
Right. They later changed it for the cartoon and stuff like that, and not unfortunately, but that's what everybody is used to. That's what everybody knows, and that's what everybody prefers. But yeah, they were originally were supposed to be aliens.
Oh, that's crazy. I'm glad they didn't stick with that story.
Yeah, Michael Bay was going to go for this, but people complained, so he changed it.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, look, one of the main things about the Ninja Turtles is just that, like Batman, they built themselves up as far as skills goes. Because they could have ended up just like Bebop and Rocksteady, just running around. But Splinter learned something and taught it to his kids. Now, the way that they set it up here was interesting because, like, he found a book on the floor in the sewer, and then all of a sudden became this ninja master. You know what I mean?
I wasn't a fan of that either.
Me neither, because and then later on, I was just like, all right, how do you know how good of a fighter Shredder is? You know what I mean? He was like, oh, Shredder is a great fighter. Da, da, da. Like that didn't make any sense with the original.
Because they had to add that in there.
Yeah.
Even the Shredder character himself in the live scenes with Eric Sachs, it's hard to see, but it was CGI'd in there because he originally wasn't supposed to be there. But they had to do that. They had to redub some scenes and add Shredder in there.
So now, the story is okay, right? But more than anything, I think I'm popping for the visuals because, mind you, look, these are 3D glasses. I went to see it in 3D. All of this shit was in my face. The fact that Mikey has this skateboard that just he pulls out of his shell and does all of this other stuff, and like the visuals of the way that the turtles looked, it looked like they picked up stuff from around the sewer. And my ultimate favorite part of this entire thing with this Michael Bay Turtles is all of the stuff, the way that they present Donatello. I love the way that Donatello's being presented as far as all of this computer stuff and him having the answers to the adrenaline part. That was hilarious. Like, and it's a testament to the cartoon. And I can't wait to see more of what he does, because I think that he certainly does more in the next movie. And Donatello was always one of my favorite characters because
But you like Michelangelo better.
see, no, I like all four of them. Michelangelo is my favorite because I like to laugh. I like to crack jokes. I like to, you know what I mean? And that's who Mikey is. So that's why he's my favorite. But I like things about all four of them because look, you know this. I can be Raphael. You know this. You know what I mean? And I can pull out a Raspberry Pi and be Donatello. You know what I mean? And then, when there's a lot of moisture and a lot of softness in the room, I can be Leonardo. You know that? Yeah, you see that. You know me. Okay. So yes. But Michelangelo is my favorite. The other reason why, nunchucks are so fun. No idea. Like see, look, I play with nunchucks, I play with yo-yos, things like that. Things that require skill, right? How do you earn skills? By just trying things over and over and over and over in them, and then you just become nasty with it. You see how nasty Splinter was with the katanas and the size and all of that. I never saw that before. I popped for that so hard when Splinter was doing all of that, and then and that whole thing in the beginning when he had them all balancing each other and doing all this stuff was just like, and then when he gave Mikey the pizza with all those cheeses, like, come on, that was great. And then also, it was like a callback. It felt like a callback to the original movie when Leo was slicing up. Then they threw the pizza. Leo was slicing it up, and then the one slice fell on Splinter's head, just like in the original movie. Like that was all of that was cool. I popped for all of that.
I didn't even think about that.
Oh, nice. So, I clearly had a good time watching this movie. When I saw it live, when I saw it again on my phone, like it was great. The jokes were great. It's definitely just a good time movie. You know what I mean? And I really like the way that they presented the turtles. I really, really do.
I thought the turtles were done very well. I like the fact that they gave them their own identity outside of just the color of the mask. Even without the mask, you can see who is who.
Yeah.
And their facial expressions kind of just reflected who was who. I mean, I just think it was very well done. And they actually were all built differently too. And I just respect that because you would think realistically they would not be built the same. So, I mean, all things to consider, all things to appreciate. And I definitely did appreciate that. What else you got?
Well, I mean, April clearly was just beautiful. Yeah.
Megan Fox has always been hot.
April is just perfect for this movie. I mean, however, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if it's because I prefer edgier material, but like I said before, you see the whole dynamic between Casey and April in the first movie, and then the April in this movie that just has like a guy pawning over her, basically. Like he comes out and saves the day. His role in this entire movie seems ridiculous. Casey Jones didn't feel that way. I don't know if I'm the only one that feels this way, but this guy, look, and mind you, I'm saying this guy because I don't even remember his name.
I don't remember his name. I just know Will Arnett plays him.
Yeah, so now he's a good actor. I got nothing against him, but I just feel like this role, that specific role, like the guy that's helping April from Channel 6 or whatever. I feel like they tried to book him in a different way, but then he was like Lois Lane's Jimmy. If they was, you know what I mean? If you're gonna make a Jimmy, then give him a young guy that will follow her around and whatever. You know what I'm saying? But
I got you.
I just feel like this guy was unnecessary for this movie. But we're gonna see him in the next one, maybe. And if I remember correctly, maybe he has more purpose. But we'll see. We'll see because it's been a while since I've seen that. So I'm excited to see it because the good thing about time is that you forget details, and when you watch it again, it gets fresh in your brain. That's a great thing about Unpopular. That is why I'm excited to watch this movie. But you know what? It's getting to the point where I'm talking too much.
Oh, Jesus, Mary, Joseph. Ladies and gentlemen, find out what we got going on this week. Stay with and next week. Stay with us. You're watching Unpopular Review.
Must get through that air shield.
We will, sir. Once we kidnap the princess, we can force her father, King Roland, to give us the combination to the air shield, thereby destroying planet Druidia and saving planet Spaceball.
Everybody got that?
For old nose!
Only one man and his trusted companion can save planet Druidia from disaster.
Okay, Eagle 5, coming in.
Lone Star.
First, they must learn the secrets of yogurt.
Yogurt. I am the keeper of a greater magic.
The Force?
No, the Schwartz.
Spaceballs, the movie.
I don't know. That doesn't seem so tough. I was expecting mustache, maybe evil goatee or something.
How you doing up there, Donnie? Yeah.
This weekend, we are back with another episode of UPR Battle, only on UPR Instagram Live. And in one corner, representing Disney, is classic cartoon Mickey Mouse. And he goes one-on-one with Nintendo's Yellow Mouse, Pikachu. It's gonna be a fun battle this weekend. Tune in this Sunday, 8 p.m., only on UPR Instagram. Don't miss it.
That's right. We got UPR battles coming up this Sunday on our Instagram channel, Popular Reviews. And follow us on all our actual social media, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, you name it, we have it. Also, please make sure you join us on Thursday for, it's finally going to happen, Spaceballs. Looking forward to that Thursday, 8:30 p.m. And then, of course, next Tuesday, our final Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles episode for this until the next movie comes out. But that'll be Tuesday, 8:30, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 Out of the Shadows. Let's go ahead and talk about our final thoughts as well as thumbs up, thumbs down. Splinter Bunga, we'll start with you. What are your thoughts?
See, here's the thing. We should start with you today. You know why?
Fine, I have no problem with it. I actually enjoyed this movie. The elevator scene was really, really fun time for me. I can't deny it. I thought it was a good movie. There were some parts of it. I mean, it wasn't perfect, but no movie really is. So as much as I can critique this movie, even Little Mermaid, which I gave a thumbs up to, I critiqued the hell out of it. I'll do the same thing for this, but overall, I did enjoy the movie, and that's all I need. So it gets a thumbs up for me.
All right, everybody. Thank y'all for joining us. Have a great night.
I mean, I guess that's fine because we already know what you're going to give it.
Exactly.
Thumbs up.
You know what I'm saying? Like I literally spent 20 minutes popping this whole movie. You know I'm going to give it a thumbs up. You should fly with that, with asking what my final thoughts are. Clearly, this was a good time. And look, that commercial that you just showed me right now literally just got me excited to see the second movie because it's been a long time. You know what I mean?
It's been a while for me too. I don't think I've seen it since it came out, so I'm looking forward to that one.
I'm not gonna lie, it's unfortunate because now it feels like if we end up doing the sequels, this sequel is looking kind of, it's looking kind of good. So we'll see.
I can tell you what really interests me is the fact that Crane is one of the villains in this movie.
Yes, that's bringing it back to the original stuff. So I'm excited about that. I really am. I'm excited to see that again. And now after that, I'm also excited to see what they do with the film. Might be one of the other people in the thing. Might it be a Return of Shredder? Who knows? See what happens. It's gonna be a good time. You know why? Because Turtle Power. Time. It's been a good time for what, 30 years? Come on, let's get it. Wait, and mind you, wasn't there like an animated movie that came out like a couple months ago?
No, it's actually coming out in a couple of months.
It is coming out in a couple of months. Come on, man. This stuff has been around since the 80s. Let's go, Michelangelo.
We're going to talk about it next week. We're going to see you all next week. Thank you so much for watching us tonight, and we'll see you next time. Have a good one, everybody.
Cowabunga.